don't want to see mommy being unhappy because then they're going to be unhappy and uneasy. So it's a trickle down effect. So if you're happy and taking care of you, and that goes for anybody, it's a great trickle down effect.
Right. So just make sure you take me time and whatever it is that makes you happy. Go get a massage. Go to the spa.
Just send the kid. I know, send the kids somewhere with their daddy and just have a house to yourself and do absolutely nothing. And do not feel guilty about it because that silence is like the best.
Sometimes it is so beautiful just to be sitting in silence. That's another thing about singleness is that you can sit in silence on a Saturday morning and it would be just okay for no reason. Like, I don't want to do that.
Yes. I remember when I was single, especially on a rainy day, I would like plan, like, I'm going to go home. I'm going to open my windows. I'm going to light. They don't even make this candle anymore. But this Juicy Nectarine from Bath and Body Works, that was my candle. And I would light it, and I'd be like, I'm just going to go home, drink a glass of wine, and just sit and listen to the rain.
That is so relaxing.
It is.
When's it going to rain again?
I don't know. I don't know.
They'll think we snapped.
I know.
I came home. My wife was lighting a candle, lit a candle, was just laying there with some wine, with her wedding dress on. And then your husband gonna be like, "Dang, my wife was doing that too." Yeah, they gonna think we snapped.
Probably. So I don't necessarily agree with this because I feel like if you're human, you're going to get hangry. So they're trying to say that single, happy people don't get hangry, but I just don't understand that.
They get hangry too.
Yes. So I'm gonna skip over that.
Yeah, that ain't accurate. And they're aware of halt.
So you're hungry, angry, lonely, and tired. So I guess they're saying that happy single people realize this and kind of fight it off before it really happens because they supposedly regularly eat and do positive behaviors. I don't know about that because I got hangry as a single person.
Right.
Okay. And you want to take that one?
Yep. They appreciate their own company. So you can go to the movies by yourself. You can spend time alone. You can do a lot of things because you love yourself and you like to spend time with you. So therefore, you appreciate yourself and you appreciate your own company because if you can't appreciate that, how are you going to ask somebody else to appreciate that for you?
Exactly.
So that's very important. Take a bubble bath. Do a little bit of self-love. If you're a lady, get out that shower. The little shower head, remember from Sex on the City? She used to tear that thing up.
She did.
Yeah. And
self-love is always great.
Self-love is the best.
It's
love.
safe.
You don't get no STDs from yourself.
Surely don't.
Unless you're using too much water.
That's not an STD.
Well, that's a yeast infection.
That's
Okay. But still, that's man, when they come, it hurts.
That's an irritation.
Yeah, irritation.
Okay, so the good thing about happily single people is that they focus on their own interests. And I will say, once you do get with somebody, you kind of lose that bit of the stuff that you used to like to do.
Yeah.
Because it's all about compromise when you're with somebody else. And I'm going to put this out there. If whoever you with is like, really don't want you to do things that you are interested in, you might want to reevaluate that.
Right.
Because they still should want you to be who you are.
And they should do things with you that you like to do because it's not like a dictatorship. Like,
yes.
I personally like to do things outside. Right now, I'm going through a phase where I like gardening. My husband could care less about a garden, but he supports me in watering the garden when I'm not able to, or things like that. So I just feel like they have to support you. Like, he likes to go to see boxing matches, and I'm like, I want to see that. So sometimes I'll just go, and I'm like, well, you owe me a Disney on Ice or something extra girly, and we'll go. Or I'll have to take Lady D because he don't want to go. But it's compromise.
And even things that you necessarily can't compromise on, you can find things that you both like.
Yeah.
Because I know, my husband is a big football fan. I, first of all, don't like football. And then number two, in the political scape of football right now, I'm going to put it out there, like the NFL is like a plantation. So, and my husband is aware of my feelings on it.
Right.
So he will still ask me to go watch a game. I'm going to decline. I am boycotting. However, I'll be like, I got you on NBA season. I will go to the sports bar and watch some NBA. I will watch some college basketball games.
Yeah, but
I like basketball, but I can't deal with the football. So yes, definitely still focus on your own interests, because once you do, if you decide that you do want, the married life and a family and all of that, some of your interests they change, and some of them may go by the wayside until you finally are like, oh, I remember when I used to do this. This is something I wanted to do, and then you pick it back up. So,
I think we should challenge each other to go back to things we used to do before we were married.
I'm trying to think, what did I used to do?
I was thinking, I was in deep thought, what did I like to do? Color? That's the only thing that I used to do all the time that I don't do now. And I have a million color books.
I feel like that's an easy fix, though, because that's something you can easily do, before you go to bed. Instead of scrolling on the phone, you can color.
See, there goes that social media shade.
I'm not giving social media shade.
To social media, but I've gotten a lot better,
and I am proud of you for that.
So I have to start coloring. So social media is really the problem, not my marriage.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't know. I don't know what goes on at your house, but that is something you can do before bed. Because you've told me several times that you've dropped your phone on your head,
on my face,
on your face.
Exactly.
So,
but now I have a little ring hook that I can hold on to it. But even if we're watching TV, my husband is addicted to politics, so he's watching CNN, and we're cuddled up, and I'm still scrolling with my thumb. Mm-hmm. So I know I have an addiction, but I have to find some things.
But you can replace that with your coloring.
Yeah.
It's
just not hard. It's not easy to cuddle and color.
That's true. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna do an app.
Okay. But it's still not the same as actually feeling the strokes of. But don't you want to smell your crayons? That's a part of coloring, the smell of crayons. Okay.
But anyways.
Okay.
What number were we?
So, happy single people try new things. And I will say, I'm going to give a shout out to my sister, because she will try something new in a heartbeat. And she's out by herself in Cali. And she'd be like, oh, well, I bought this AMC movie pass and I get to see all these movies every month. Or I'm getting a yoni pot made. And I'm like, okay, go on, you single girl.
Yeah.
So,
I need one of those.
Yeah.
I like going to get my bee sting.
Yeah.
And it's probably a lot cheaper than
it is.
Me traveling and doing all the stuff that I'm doing to get my bee sting.
Mm-hmm.
I can do it right at home.
You surely can. And she told me she's going to this. Have you heard of these silent parties?
No.
So I've seen this before. Somebody posted on Facebook that they were going to a silent R&B party. And I was like, well, how does that work? So my sister said she's met somebody.
Yes.
And they invited her to a silent disco party. Okay. So you get some headphones and you pick your stations.
I have seen that.
And you can, sync up with whoever you're with. You all can listen to the same music and obviously dance to it. But I was like, okay, so you still get the feel of having the music, but you can still talk to the other person. That's how I see it. Otherwise, I don't see the point.
But you have headphones on.
I know, but
so
you can still
hear what the other person's saying.
I mean, if you take one off, and you can control the volume, so.
But how's it a silent party if everybody's talking?
Girl, I don't know. This is millennial stuff. Yeah.
We ain't into all that quite yet.
Yes.
But we got to keep up with them because they doing cool stuff that we could really like, possibly.
Okay.
I said possibly. I don't know.
Okay. So you could take the next one. Okay.
So it is, they love their independence. So
IDE. Okay.
Oh,
she got her own.
Right.
She got her own
they
house.
Love their independence. So that's pretty much sums it up. So you get to do your own thing, be independent, have your own house.
I know you don't have to have a discussion with somebody about something.
You doing your budget? It's your budget.
Exactly.
You don't got to do nothing else other than your budget.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it.
Yes.
Do what you want to do when you want to do it, and don't have to worry about nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
And then to top that all off, they're grateful.
Yes. Yes.
They're very grateful.
And gratefulness is associated with happiness.
Yes. I think I'm going to start a jar of all the things I'm grateful for.
Oh, I love it.
I'm starting to be around a lot of negative energy all the time. And I just need to start going through all the things I'm grateful for. Even it's like, oh, I got to work okay and like the little things. And just fill a jar up with things that I'm grateful for. And have like my whole team do it.
You should. I think that'll be a good team building exercise.
I think so, too.
Yeah, just to keep the positivity within your office.
Right, because I get so tired of hearing people complain all day.
Yeah, you can't do that.
That's what my job is about. Hearing people complain about what they can't do.
Or you can even still have them to get their complaint, like have a complaint jar, and then for every complaint that they have, they need to put something, in a gratitude jar. Yep.
My complaint jar, I think the paper is going to be black.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
With some white crayon.
Yes.
See, I'm coloring. You see that?
Okay.
Okay, so.
Okay, so happy single people focus on today. They are not stuck in the past. That is very important. Because if you keep thinking about a past experience or ex-boyfriend, you're going to stay stuck in that area. But if you focus on today, that's all you have to worry about. So I love that they do that. Like, I wish my younger self would have told me this.
And one thing, I like that to like focus on the day, but you do have to think about the future in a sense.
Yes, yes.
You can't be one of those people who live day by day, even financially. Oh, well, I only got $3 in the bank, but I'm still going to go to McDonald's and use 2 of it. So it's great to be in the moment and not go in the past. I get that. But think about the future too, and don't make dumb decisions when you know you can do better. That's the only thing I would add to that part. Okay. You have anything else to add to happy single folk habits?
Well,
I just think it's enjoy the single life. You will find your boo.
Yes. Do not feel pressured.
And enjoy being single and whatever you can do to do that. Just go out. Don't be afraid to be by yourself.
No, it is absolutely nothing wrong with that. No. You will look back and be like, dang, I had a good time when it was just me.
Yes. And you'll have a good time when you're married too.
Yes.
But don't be rushing into marriage thinking that that's going to solve all your problems.
Yes.
It doesn't.
No.
It's 2 imperfect people coming together to make a perfect relationship.
Exactly.
And it's not going to be perfect.
No, not by any means, because no one is perfect.
Right. It's enjoyable. Don't get me wrong. It's enjoyable, but it's not going to be perfect.
All right, so now we're going to get into our business buzz, and we did mention that we were out due to vacation, so me and my family went down to Hilton Head and Savannah for vacation, and my mother-in-law suggested this restaurant called Nairobi's Grits and Gravy, and let me tell you, they like literally put their foot in everything that they made.
Oh, wow.
My daughter ordered the French toast, and she was like, my taste buds are on what did she say? My taste buds have been on a voyage or something to that extent. Like
7-year-old self.
6-year-old at that time.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my gosh, like this food is so fantastic. Like the grits were good. I had like some shrimp and grits, and then I had like a crab patty, and my mom had some liver and onions. And I straight told my mama, I was like, Mama, these liver and onions is like better than yours. Oh. And she was like, no, it's not. I was like, this is some good liver and onions.
Right. Disrespecting your mom?
I wasn't disrespectful, but that food was delicious, and it's like a family-ran restaurant. Like I want to say maybe the sons were back there doing the cooking, and while they were doing the cooking, they were talking about Drake, and he pretty much said Drake is the Tupac for women. Drake is women's Tupac, and I was like, I feel like I'm just sitting in the house, like, listening to my cousins
Right.
talk. Like, this is the type of place
That's,
I like to
super
go.
cool.
It was really cool. It was very reasonable. They were very nice and accommodating. Like, whenever you go to Savannah, you have to go to this restaurant. It was fantastic. They are off of 2019 Habersham Street in Savannah. Phone number 912-231-0563, and I'll put everything